Hi everybody, welcome back again to my channel. In today's video, I wanted to talk to you about why you can't get a narcissist to love you no matter how hard you've tried. If you guys are new to my channel, my name is Noor. I am a woman of God and a believer above all. And this YouTube channel is about talking on my journey with God, talking about narcissistic abuse from a biblical point of view, because I believe that in order for you to really understand narcissistic abuse, you have to really transcend into a higher level of truth to be able to understand it, because your logical mind is not going to make sense of what's happening when you've been narcissistically abused. It's that bad. And so in today's video, I wanted to explain to you from a biblical point of view and also from a logical point of view that you may be able to understand why you can't get a narcissist to love you no matter how much you love them. And if you want to find out the reason why, then please stay tuned to the video. All right, my loves, let's get straight into it. So the reason why you can't get a narcissist to love you is because, let me explain to you what a narcissist is so that you understand why that sort of individual is incapable of loving you or giving you that which you need, which is human decency, like love, care, affection, understanding. And I'll have to explain to you who they are in order to understand why they do what they do. So a narcissist is someone who didn't receive what they needed from a very young age, and that is due to a parent figure not validating them, not giving them what a parent should be giving their child. And so that person from a very young age gets, so the enemy, which is the devil, and again, if you don't believe in the devil, then I'm sorry, this channel isn't for you, because I'm Christian and I know that the devil is real and exists, but his job is to make sure that he remains hidden, because the second you know who you're fighting, then you can now overcome him. So the devil comes at a narcissist from a very young age and starts to implant, sees into his mind or her mind, because again, narcissists are both genders. And excuse me if I'm going to refer to a narcissist as he, it's just because I'm a woman, so I'm going to talk from a woman's perspective. But a narcissist can be both genders, absolutely, and I completely agree with that. So the enemy instills thoughts into the narcissist, thoughts that are so abrupt and so brutal. Things like, there's something wrong with you. We all go through these thoughts, by the way, and you would have seen that from the video that I've made previously on how and why we attract a narcissist. So what happens with a narcissist then? They decide to abandon themselves because they've believed in the lie that says, that self is not worthy. There is something wrong with me. I am defected. I hate myself and I love myself and all of that. So they abandoned themselves, their real true selves that come from God. They abandon that. And they now put on a facade, a mask, a character that does not exist. A character that's completely the opposite of how the true self might be feeling. So if over here, if their true self is feeling like they're abandoned or there's something wrong with them, then that character, they'll build that character up, they'll puff it up. And that character will have an insane amount of ego that no matter what you do will not be enough, because it's a false self. It doesn't exist. This character that they grow up to be, they grow up to be into someone that they're not. And this character, all it does is it looks onto the world to actually validate its existence, because without the validation, without the narcissistic supply, as you call it, that character does not exist. It doesn't exist. It's not real. So everything about this is not real. Their real true self is he, the one that they've chosen to abandon and let go of and decide to become this fictitious character that does not even exist. So when you're trying to get a narcissist to love you, you're trying to get this character to give you something that they don't have, because all that you see here is false. All that you see is false, because the Spirit of God, their true source, their authentic being is he, and what you need must come from he, not he. I hope I'm making sense. I just need to put that vision into your mind so that you can understand it. So when we begin to, and when that person is run by their ego, who controls the ego? The enemy controls the ego. The ego, from a biblical point of view, is known as the flesh. We all have it. We all have our ego, and this is the reason why we all need to die to ourselves in order to be reborn into the spirit. We're born into this world of flesh. So we're born into the ego, and there has to be a destruction of self, so that you may be reborn into the spirit. And I'll make another video about death and rebirth on what I mean by that. But so ego is controlled by the enemy. Your flesh is controlled by the enemy. And so that person is now controlled by the devil himself. Now, whether that person is aware or isn't, he doesn't care. All he cares, or all she cares about, is maintaining that status quo, is maintaining that character, is maintaining that ego, because it's only that character that makes them feel somewhat okay about their tormented self. So when the enemy the enemy has now gotten in control of the narcissist. So that's it's the devil running the narcissist's life, because the narcissist is so unconscious, is that asleep, that they're not aware of what they're doing. So all the devil wants, and all the devil is after, is to steal away everything about you, to steal away your joy, your peace, to steal away your time, your energy, because the devil is a lifeless soul, and it needs your life force, it needs your energy, it needs your spirit in order to survive. And that's what narcissists do. Hence the reason why narcissists go out into the world to seek energy, to seek that narcissistic supply, because they need that in order to survive. And so when you're dealing with let's just say when you're dealing with the devil himself, I want to ask you this question, and I want you to be really honest with me, because the answer is very simple. Can you get the devil into loving you? Can you ever get the devil into loving you? The answer is impossible. Absolutely not. Because one, where the devil is, there is no love, because love is God and God is love. Now the devil does not have love, and he will not love you. He's the devil. His job is to come against you and to steal away the identity that God has given you, to steal away all of that, to make you believe that you are unworthy of love, that there is something wrong with you, that God doesn't love you, that, you know, you're just as good as dead, you're nothing, and all these thoughts and all these things that a narcissist make you believe about yourself. And the reason why you can't get a narcissist to love you is because you'll never get the devil to love you, number one. And number two, narcissists don't know what love is, because they're disconnected from God. Their true selves is over here, and it's only that self that can be connected to God. But they've gone into a fictitious character, a false character, and nothing about it is real. So they can't give you that which is real, which is true love, which is truth. Truth cannot be found in the narcissist, for the Spirit of God is not there. This is the devil we're talking about. So I need you to forget the narcissist for a little bit and just really focus on the devil's character. He comes at you to steal away everything that you're about, because he needs your energy. And the reason why the narcissist seems so brutal and abrupt, and it seems as though they enjoy hurting you, is because by hurting you, you're exerting power and energy, and they feed off that. They feed off that. Hence the reason why you can't get a narcissist to give you human decency. And no matter how much you love a person, at the end of the day, if the love does not exist from within them, then they can't give you that which they don't have from within themselves. And that's the reason why you can't get a narcissist to ever love you, because you'll never get the devil to love you. So my advice is to pray for them, to let them go. And I understand how hard it is. You need the power of God to break your soul tie with a narcissist. And I'm going to make another video on soul tie very soon. But pray to God for salvation, for freedom, and run to God, because God is what you need to be running away from the devil. And there's a Bible verse that says, submit yourself to God, resist the devil, and he will flee. Trust God with what you're going through, because I promise you, God is with you and God is for you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. And I hope that answered your question. And I'll be making more videos about narcissists. I'll be making more videos about heartbreak and everything else. If there's anything else that you'd like me to talk about, please let me know in the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much for tuning in. I pray that may God bless all your souls with all that you need. Remember, God is for you, then no man can be against you. So thank you so much, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye, guys.